I grabbed myself a cup of tea, purple, and I finished the doggy. Isn't it adorable? I really like it with its tail and its snout. It's so cute. I really like it. I finished 2 front paws, 2 big ones. Hello, I'm Sarah from Minimini Crochet, and I crochet plushies. In the last video I showed you an unfinished week challenge. I made a doggy, but I couldn't continue because I needed to decide which color belt I was doing, and I didn't have scrap yarn with me back then. So I picked the color purple and I finished the doggy. Isn't it adorable? I really like it with its tail and its snout. It's so cute. I really like it. I made an octo with it, and that was the week challenge from last week. And I finished both. I finished this one in the last week's video, but now they are a set and they are finished. I already started on the new week challenge and I finished that for this week, so I'm up to date. But I had some cream of this color, of this cream brownish color. I made this guy out of it, and I used the yellow scrap from the octo to embroider the mouth, and I used a little bit red scrap I had in my closet. So the cream brown is also completely used up. Well, completely, it's so little. This is leftover, so it's very little. This is going to be stuffing, and I have to grab a new week challenge from my scrap yarn project bags, and I will update you in the next video on which project it will be, because I haven't checked it out just yet. I don't know myself what I'm going to do for next week. But this is the chicken finished, scrap yarn finished, and I can continue on a new project. So, week challenge done. I also uploaded a new video on YouTube this week, so you can check that out if you want. I did some editing as well, because we have to upload every week. So, I don't know where I left off with Ivysaur. Was I with 1 flower petal? I'm not sure. I think in the last video I was with 1 flower petal and the base done. For right now I've finished the flower. It's really huge, but it turned out really great. I already sewed it on, and this is what I have to weave in at the end. But this is how he turned out. It's really pretty. And I did more of Ivysaur because I had more time. But I finished the flower, so I'm really happy with that. I finished 2 front paws, 2 big ones, and 1 smaller one. So I have to make 1 more smaller one for the back paws, and then I can start on the body. I hope I can do that this week. I hope so. I really want to. But I also want to finish the blanket. So I'm not sure. Finishing up the blanket this week won't happen, but I want to continue it as much as possible. And I'm making a lot of progress on the blanket, but it won't be finished next week. But 1 paw to go of Ivysaur, and then I can start on the body, so that's really good. For Ivysaur I'm using saffron. This is the color blue, turquoise. I used rose for the pink flower, so that's the yarn I'm using. Like I said, I want to continue on the blanket. I finished week 6 and I started on week 7. I'm at week 7. So I'm really making some progress and I'm really happy with that. I hope I can finish week 7 this week and then maybe start more on week 8. Maybe I'm going to start on it today. I'm not sure just yet. Maybe. In between the bigger projects I did a little scrap yarn turtle. I made a second one because I already had one in the last video, I think, or the video before that. I have 2 of these, Very tiny and cute. I have 2. And after that, a few days later, I finished number 3. Also very pretty. I really like this guy with the color change, how the yarn went. I didn't do the color change myself. It's in the yarn. And I'm just going to make scrap yarn turtles out of it. I have 3 of them. Aren't they adorable? Yeah, I really like them. This is the yarn I'm using for the shell, and this is the yarn I'm using for the base color. So I'm using 2 scraps. Well, not tiny scraps, but it's yarn it's not new yarn and I want to use it up. So it's a little bit scrap, but not scrap. So I'm going to make turtles out of it and see how much I can make with these, and we'll see how it goes. I grabbed myself a cup of tea. So I did more after editing and filming and uploading on YouTube. I also did pattern writing. I finished 2 patterns in English and I'm going to upload them on my website when all the other 4 patterns are done. I finished the Sweet 16 candles and I finished Charizard. So I'm really happy with Charizard finished in English. So I'm really happy with that. That's what I did. I do have to edit Notion. I don't even know what's in Notion at the moment. The blanket, I think, but I'm making progress on it. Ivysaur is also what I want to do for a bigger project. I don't really have, like, I'm not sure if I want to do black Charizard from the Mega Evolution. I want to do that maybe for designing, but I'm not sure. I also want to make my own pattern bears, and I have a donkey I want to make. So yeah, Notion is a bit of a mess. I think I'm going to try and finish week 7 from the blankets today. I hope I can do that today and maybe make some progress on Ivysaur. I just need 1 more pull and I can start on the body. We'll see. Yeah, like I said, Notion is a mess. I hope I can also update that today to make it a little bit more usable. I'm drinking my cup of tea. I'm not going to crochet in this video. I don't know if you like me talking or just showing what I make. The last video I uploaded was a video on March, what I made in March 2026. Really fun video in a different setup in the yarn room. Well, it was a yarn room, but I cleaned it up and now I can make videos in there. But it has an orange background and I show you my plushies. I have an idea to make longer videos, but not like I upload every week, like this kind of videos. And then maybe make for an entire month, like the 4 weeks, and then the last video on what I made in March, and place them all behind each other for a longer video. I don't know if people want to watch that, for crocheters at least, because when you crochet you want to see a longer video, I think. So maybe that will do. I placed my Easter bunny bag, and my bat is also going to a friend because she liked it very much. Yeah, so it switched out. It will get back. My Easter bunny. I really like that project. It was really fun, huge project, really big challenge, and I love the result. So also want to make more bears. Well, not bears, but from that book. I also want to do a deer from that book. I said that in videos before, but yeah, I never tried it again. And I have a lot of projects I want to do. I have a lot of ideas I want to do and try things out. I really have a lot of ideas for this channel. I'm going to drink my cup of tea And I hope you like this kind of content. I hope you subscribe, and I see you next time. Bye!